Jonas Vingegaard sealed victory at the Criterium de Dauphiné in style after winning the final mountain stage. The Dane claimed the sprint and mountains jersey, as well as winning the race by 2 minutes, with Rafael Majka in second and Neilson Paulus rounding out the podium. At the Tour de Suisse, Remco Evenepoel won Stage 4's individual time trial to move into third overall. The Belgian had a frustrating first 3 stages, getting caught in the mass crash on Stage 1 and being dropped by the peloton on the climbs. Press from Belgium are keeping an eye on Noah Peeters, who has seemed to have adjusted to World Tour racing quickly, but the 18-year-old doesn't want comparisons to be made at this point in his career. Hello everyone, Taylorson here and welcome back to MyRider. Now the time trial wasn't very interesting from an Intermarché perspective, but Remco Evenepoel's first place will move him up to third in the general classification. He's now 40 seconds behind Tadej Pogacar. Wout van Aert splits the two of them, with Primož Roglič in fourth, but he is still within a minute of Tadej Pogacar. That may change though in this episode, because we've got a mountain stage coming up, but before that is a flat stage. So over to Gerben Tyson, but probably over to Jasper Philipsen because he's going to win. Or maybe not, because with 140 kilometers to go, we're going over the first climb of the day in the peloton, and the breakaway has got 11.5 minutes. It's Kasper Asgreen, Samuel Leroux and Michael Storer up the road. And they have been given a huge advantage by a peloton that does not seem to want to chase at all. So we're not going to put any effort in because we're just towing Jasper Philipsen to a stage win. So this actually might be a day for the breakaway in the most unexpected fashion. Indeed it will be. 92 kilometers to go, 13 minutes between the breakaway and the peloton. Surely they cannot lose this. And the breakaway guys have not lost it, but Michael Storer has hit out to try and win the stage. Off he goes in a solo attack, and Kasper Asgreen and Samuel Leroux are looking at each other. One of them is going to have to chase this down, or both of them, if they want the opportunity at the stage win. At the moment it's Kasper Asgreen for EF Education Easy Post. Leroux has been sitting on the wheel for the past couple of kilometres now, just expecting the Dane to tow them both back to Michael Storer, who is starting to tie up. But he's got a wide advantage as Leroux comes to the front. Storer is going to take a stage win on the flat. The mountain climber from Australia has just taken a stage at the Tour de Suisse. Leroux's going to outsprint Asgreen for second place, but he is also going to rue the fact that he did not bring Michael Storer back as we look back to the peloton now. Alpecin Deceuninck have practically taken the day off today, but they are moving their train towards the front to try and position Philipsen in the best possible place when it comes to the sprint. 5 kilometers to go for this group, so that is an indication of how far they were behind Michael Storer, who is probably getting towelled down now, ready for his post-race interviews that he should realistically finish before the peloton gets across the line. Other teams are forming towards the front as well. Lidl Trek have been boxed out slightly on the outside, but here come Visma Lease-A-Bike. Wout van Aert has moved up to second in the general classification. Let's see if he can build on that in the sprint, as there's a mass pile into the right-hander there. But other teams have gone towards the front and usurped the Alpecin Deceuninck lead-out train. It's riders all over the road at the moment. We're looking at Gerben Tyson, who's trying to feed his way through the peloton, but Lidl Trek have come back. Mads Pedersen and his lead-out train are forming towards the front. They have the advantage going into the sprint, and the sprint is launched. Pedersen getting away from Philipsen and taking the best of the minor placings in fourth. Well, that's got to be one of the weirdest stages I have ever raced on this game. Michael Storer wins a flat stage by 6.5 minutes on the peloton. Leroux was second, Asgreen was third, but this puts Michael Storer in the yellow jersey. He's got 1:10 on Pogacar, 1:44 on Van Aert, and 1:50 on Remco, with just over 2 minutes on Roglič. Can he hold it in the mountains? Probably not. Let's find out, shall we?
This is a key stage for the general classification. It's also important in the struggle for the mountain standings.
So here we go then, and a large breakaway has got up the road. It's got good riders in it, but we're focusing on the intermediate sprint, trying to win it with Louis Barret, and we were expecting no attacks, but we've got some from the whole group. Schmid's coming round our outside. Can we get a decent result? At least it's going to be third, which is 4 points and a second. Probably not worth the sprint, but whatever. And it is a big breakaway. There were 25 riders in the group, and now it is split all over the road. We have got Koopa Hoosens in there, we've got Louis Barret in there, we have also got Georg Zimmermann, our GC guy, in there. But the groups have really split now, and we're in the biggest one, so we're going to get the most protection. Zimmermann was our man, and he made it to the front group, but did not last very long. He's on his last legs. Alaphilippe's up there, Healy, Vauquelin, Ciccone, as well as Izagirre. It's a very good group that Georg Zimmermann is with, but he's not going to last much longer. Ciccone puts in a second attack, and that is Georg Zimmermann's day done. He's going to just ride this one in, and we will go for it again in later mountain stages. But it was a good first attempt. We had nothing to lose at this race, so just decided to send as many guys in the breakaway as we could. Got 3 of them up the road, and Zimmermann will soon be caught by the yellow jersey group, or should I say the white jersey group, with the yellow jersey, the future yellow jersey, in there, because Michael Storer has been dropped off the back of the peloton. It's going to be Pogacar, you'd think, that will take the jersey back. Well, Tadej has done half the job because he's caught Giulio Ciccone at the front of this race, but he has taken Matteo Jorgensen with him. You've got 3 riders now at the front. Giulio Alaphilippe has just been distanced, and now Remco Evenepoel has passed him, and Evenepoel is trying to track his way back to Pogacar and Jorgensen at the front of this race. Remco trying to save his Tour de Suisse here and keep himself in contention for that leader's jersey, but Tadej Pogacar is pressing on at the front. Evenepoel, can he get across? The Soudal Quick-Step rider is pressing on those pedals and trying to bridge the gap, but Pogacar looks to be opening one up over Matteo Jorgensen, who has gone pop in a major way. Jorgensen's been dropped and Evenepoel makes it back, so we are back to having 2 riders at the front of this race. Pogacar sitting at the front at the moment. Remco Evenepoel in the wheel. It is cat and mouse between the pair of them. The world champion at the front of this race, looking for his moment to go on the attack. Underneath 1 kilometre to go, and you can hear a pin drop amongst the crowd. They're all expectant, and they are expecting a Pogacar attack. There it goes. He's chosen the steep right-hander to have his dig. Remco Evenepoel cannot initially respond and is trying to get him back on a longer effort, but Pogacar's got a gap. Remco Evenepoel is no longer in the draft, and Tadej Pogacar is going to take the stage win at the Tour de Suisse, perhaps going into the leader's jersey as well. Matteo Jorgensen will take a very good 3rd place for Visma Lease-A-Bike, and Ciccone will finish 4th. Stage win number 3 then for Tadej Pogacar, and he takes 8 seconds on Remco Evenepoel, which moves him to 48 seconds ahead of the Belgian in the general classification. Primož Roglič jumps to 3rd, and Michael Storer drops to 4th, with Jorgensen entering the top 5. And that is where we stand as we approach the final parts of this Tour de Suisse, which you will have to see in the next episode. 2 more mountain stages will round out this tour, and can Noah Peeters get himself in the breakaway and try and challenge for King of the Mountains or for a stage win? Find out in the next one. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new around here, and stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.